Okay, VERGE, XVG to the dollar. I'm using the Bittrex exchange price feed. So the telltale sign of a vertical rise would require a very deep retracement. And I had labeled this as a sideways moving, and it's still moving sideways here, and now it's moving sideways on this side. The whole correction is a complex correction. There's no any other way that I can count it as. It doesn't count as an ABC. It doesn't count as a big triangle, ABCDE. From a pattern to Elliott wave perspective, even though it broke out of this, we gave it the benefit of the doubt of a 5-wave to, we're hoping and expecting for a further higher highs, but instead, the whole thing is becoming a very rounded formation, probably going out into May. This whole thing is an A, B, C. We could do W, X, Y, X into May. And the whole thing is tracing out to be on the convex nature of the whole. If you connect the bottoms of the pricing, it's now in the basin stage probably, where a price will channel within a defined region, and this may even extend further. Absolutely. It'll be an incremental lower low. And the retracement of this whole thing has been just very deep, much deeper than anyone had expected. Does that mean that VERGE is something that you should give up on? Absolutely not. If you have cash, would now around this Z marking area be a time to buy or sell? These are questions that you have to ask yourself. Based on the analysis that I provide, I think it is most ideal to be long-term greedy, but at the same time, in this region, to consider laddering in versus selling out of disgust or frustration would be the better action. If you had zero emotion into this and perceived this situation and the correction from the perspective of, is now the time to be selling or buying? Which action will the answer be? Throughout this whole time as well, if you were buying and accumulating through this phase and took your profits, I had recommended very initially at 0.02 of a penny. And when VERGE was going vertical, I said, this is the time to take some off the table. I think we are having a smaller repeat of that process. Now, there are, yes, other ways of labeling this. You could call it WXYXZ, but I think this is going to extend into May, more than likely. Does that mean we just throw in the towel and just go home and say, screw the altcoins, it's not going to work, nothing is in the future? No, absolutely not. Many are doing so. And I think that's a good sign. When everyone's throwing in the towel, that should be the ring of a opportunity for the contrarian investor. And to put aside emotion, to put aside any frustration, to put aside everything except the perspective of what the chart is saying. and try to answer for yourself as to whether now should be the time to be buying or selling. Many have sent me notices saying, oh, I'm so disgusted with this, I'm going to sell this and go to Ethereum. Oh, I'm so disgusted with this, I'm going to sell this and go to Bitcoin. Everyone makes their own decisions, absolutely. But the strategy that I have recommended continuously is during the good times, you generate the cash and you preserve your cash very frugally. Could have bought a little bit here, could buy a little bit here, and buy a little bit here as well. If you want to buy Verge. Me, personally, I have so many altcoins, I don't need to buy any more altcoins. My focus, as I had stated before, is to bring my Bitcoin percentage composition from 20 to 30%. And that's what I've been working on. I had publicly displayed my buy ladder entry, before Bitcoin hit 5,900. And mine went exactly down to pretty much very close to that region. Have I been buying Bitcoin since then? No, not really. But if it goes back there on a W type of correction, would I buy more at a lower low or close to it? Yes. While everyone else is selling. So I have not been avoiding Verge. It's just been trying to take requests that have been the most on demand. And here, WXYXZ into May, another month or so, of seeing price go laterally. Taking more sideways action is probably what's going to be called for. If you get the feeling of what, I can't wait until May, I can't stand this anymore, I guess 4 words: grow the hell up. You cannot take that kind of a emotional whining status and stance and attitude. It'll bring your account to zero. That is not how this game works. The market doesn't care how you feel. The market does not care what you want. You have to accept that. The sooner you accept it, the greater level of emotional maturity you'll be able to step up to. All right. I don't mean to rant or rave, but I'm trying to see if I can share the experiences that I've had since 1997 to today. I've been through so many corrections. Every time is no different emotionally. Oh, I'm a human being. I feel the same thing. Absolutely. But to do a contrarian versus say and speak contrarian are very different things. There's a Chinese proverb that says to know but not do means you do not yet know. And that precisely applies to situations like this. All right. I have I see phenomenal opportunity for the cryptocurrency as a whole. This is a correction. And just like every correction, no matter how bad it seems, this correction too shall pass. Have a great day.